Hello everyone, and welcome to How-FixIT. If your iPhone 17 Pro won't charge, only charges at an angle, keeps disconnecting, or shows the charging icon but the battery percentage doesn't increase, this guide is for you. In this video, I'll walk you through replacing the charging port assembly step by step, so you can restore reliable charging and a stable data connection. Before we get started, here's what you'll need for this repair: a precision screwdriver set, plastic pry tools, a pair of tweezers, a suction cup, and a screen disassembly tool, essential for safely separating the display from the frame. To restore water resistance, you'll also need adhesive sealing tape. I've included links to all the tools and replacement parts in the video description below. For the best results, I highly recommend using a magnetic mat to organize screws and small components during disassembly. The iPhone 17 Pro contains dozens of screws of varying sizes, and a magnetic mat helps keep everything secure and properly organized for reassembly. Alright, let's get started. First, power off your iPhone and remove the two screws located next to the USB-C port. Next, heat the screen. Warming the lower edge softens the waterproof adhesive. Apply gentle, even heat for 60 to 90 seconds at about 90 degrees Celsius or 194 degrees Fahrenheit. Place a suction cup near the bottom edge of the screen, then insert a thin blade into the gap between the chassis and the display to loosen the adhesive. Once a small gap forms, switch to a plastic pry tool. Keep the surface warm as you work your way around the edges. A well-heated screen separates much more easily. The screen is tightly glued to the frame, so apply steady, even pressure as you go. Ensure the surface stays warm as you work around the edges. This helps make adhesive removal easier. At the top edge, two hinges connect the display to the housing. Once you reach them, push slightly downward to release. Lift the display like a book from the side. Remove the screws securing the bracket over the display and front sensor connectors, then carefully disconnect the cables. Next, remove the 6 screws securing the bottom speaker to the chassis. Carefully peel up the black plastic shim sitting on top of the speaker, then lift the speaker out of the housing. Now remove the screws securing the vibration module to the chassis. Flip the module over, disconnect its cable, and lift it out of the iPhone. Remove the screw and take off the plastic bracket. Next, remove all screws securing the charging port assembly to the chassis. Because this flex assembly is glued to the iPhone frame, gently heat the area to soften the adhesive. Start at the bottom, carefully pry the charging port flex up, and slowly peel it away from the chassis. If your iPhone won't charge, only charges when you wiggle the cable, keeps disconnecting, or shows alerts like Accessory Not Supported or Liquid Detected in the Connector, replacing the charging port assembly should solve the problem. This module also includes the lower microphone, so replacing it can fix bottom mic issues as well. I've included a link to a compatible iPhone 17 Pro charging port assembly in the video description below. Install the new charging port assembly into the iPhone housing, making sure it sits flush and lines up correctly. Seat the lower microphone in its pocket, then secure the charging port assembly to the chassis with the correct screws. Next, reinstall the vibration module. Connect its flex cable first, then place the module into position and tighten its screws. Finally, install the bottom speaker back into the case and secure it with its screws. Place the cooling plate with the battery back into the phone and secure it with a few screws. Reconnect the display, power on the iPhone, and verify that it boots. After the first boot, confirm that the iPhone charges reliably with a known good cable. Then, test the USB data functions, computer connection or CarPlay, and the bottom microphone by recording a short voice memo to ensure clear audio. Once testing is complete, let's restore water resistance. Remove the old adhesive tape from the iPhone's frame. Once the iPhone is opened, the adhesive tape loses its sealing properties and can no longer protect your device from water and dust. To restore water resistance, you'll need to apply new waterproof sealing tape around the frame. However, if you don't have the new adhesive tape on hand, it's best to leave the old tape in place until you're ready to replace it. Use a cotton swab dipped in isopropyl alcohol, 91% or higher, to clean any remaining residue from the frame. Place the cooling plate with the battery into the iPhone and secure it with 14 screws. Carefully align the new adhesive tape with the edges of the frame, ensuring proper placement. Press down along the perimeter using a plastic spudger to secure it firmly. Once the tape is applied, peel off the top liner to expose the adhesive. Reconnect the display and sensor connectors, replace the bracket, and tighten the screw. Press gently along the screen edges to ensure a snug seal, then reinstall the 2 screws near the charging port to finish assembly. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tips and guides. Visit our website for more insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, every tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Thanks for watching HowFixIT, and we'll see you in the next one.